Hello everyone, my name is Payal and today I am going to tell about a simple student portal which I made by using only HTML. So I show you code step by step. So I first I wrote doc type HTML. It is a declare. It is a version of HTML5. It's tell the browser to render according to HTML5 standard. HTML language and English. It is the root tag of the HTML document. English language I used here because specific the language is English for browser and screen reader. Head tag. Head tag we use for contains metadata about the web page not visible on the page itself. Meta character. I use meta character for ensure all character symbols letter display correctly. And I use meta name viewport for makes the page responsive on mobile and desktop. Title tag. Title tag appears in the browser tab but important for SEO and page identification. And link tag. Link tag add a CSS or style sheet to style the page. But here we not use CSS. That's why I am right here index.css. Body tag. Body tag contain the visible all visual content of the web page, including section, H1, navigation, image, etc. Header. Header is the top part of the page. It's visually contain the logo, main heading, and menu. H1 tag. It is the largest heading, main title of the page. HUL tag. It is a unordered list. When we want to list of bulleting that that type we use UL tag. It is list tag. List tag using for listing item. Used for group the link in the navigation menu. HREP. HREP we are using for link tag and clicking navigation to move one page to another page. Main and HR. HR is a horizontal line. It separate section visually. Main main content area. It is main content area. Allow only linking and CSS. Here we write only one web page. Section. Paragraph. Paragraph is if we want to write more than one line, two line, three line. That time we and not uh, that is not being that time we use paragraph tag. Image tag. Image tag we use mm, for image is adding image and source we using for image adding and alert. If we will not if our image will not showing that time, uh, our text will showing there, so user can easily understanding. And title attribute I using for is if my cursor is hover in the image that time, it's looking image text and height width for I giving height width. And h2 tag. H2 tag is subheading between the section. And OL tag. OL tag is order list. If we want to write list of numbering, that time we use order list. And select section id feedback form per section. Form tag we use for container all user input fields. Label tag we use for input fields links label to specific input. And here we use for links label to specific input. And input tag we use for text input field. And here we write text because we want text type of the user. That's why we use here text. And placeholder, it's looking in in that's user can usually understanding what they write in their box. In here we use email text, and here we use text area. Text area text if we want to write more than one two line one line, that time we use text area. And radio, if we choose one option, that time we use radio. If we want to choose more than one option, that multiple choice, that time we use check box. And option and select, if we want to drop down any uh, any word, that time we use option and select. And it is button type submit, if we want if people want to submit using by submit, that form submit button. And table, it is a whole table. If we want, if we write table a border one, so it will showing border in the around the table. And caption for right caption for right heading. T head showing the table head, T body showing the table body, and T foot showing the table foot, and T R showing the table row, and T H showing the table head, and T D showing the table data. And it is a collapsion. Collapsion showing the cell of data. It is merging collapsion, if we use collapsion, that we can merge easily. And here we use address we address tag we use for address tag we use for giving address, like email address and phone number, etc. If we use address tag, that it's text looking little bit italic. And this is my footer tag, where I write last topic in. And it is the closing tab of our all container body, and it is html closing tag. And now I will show my life circle. And one more thing, here I use break. I use break for uh, break in the other line. That's why I using break. So it is my final result. If I click the profile, so it will showing like this. If I click the content, so it will. Here I use h1 tab, and here I use navigation bar and ul and list tag. And it is my main area. Here I use main, and it is line of the horizontal row. I use here hr, and it is my profile. Here I used image tag, and here I use title tag. That's why it is if I hover the cursor in the image, so it will showing image. And it is the ul tag. That's why using ul tags, that's why it is looking the bulleting point. And here I used ul tag. That's why here looking serial voice 1 2 3. And here I use s2 tag. That's why it is looking little bit small. And here I use again ol tag, and here I used in text type. And here I use placeholder. That's why here looking enter your number. And here I use email input type email. And here I use dog text area. And here I use radio. And here I use placeholder. And here I use select an option. And here I use button type submit. And here I use table tag. And here I use collapse. And it is my address part, and it is my footer part. In address part I write my address, uh, and it's looking like little bit italic. And this is my footer part, and this is my table. It is the title of table. It is caption part.